Now, as we floated toward Clay Hills, I watched Merle sitting on the cooler and wondered whether he'd walk off into the desert to await the next group of river runners, like the Key, a canine adventurer and opportunist, a professional stray, a dog who liked scenic trips, his luminous eyes having said to how many others, "I am yours," for some elk sausage and a free ride. We de-rigged the raft and loaded it in Benj's truck. We lashed down the kayaks, and Merle watched our every move with attention and without the least inclination to take off. We gathered in a circle, and he looked at us quizzically. "What should we do with him?" I asked. Pam had a little husky named Kira and couldn't take on another dog. Bennett wasn't sure of his future. Benj lived and worked at the Teton Science School where dogs weren't allowed, and Kim said a dog didn't fit into her lifestyle. I wondered whether a dog really fit into mine and what I might do with him when I traveled on assignments. When I voiced this concern, Pam and Benj volunteered to dog sit. Merle stared at me from under his crinkled brows. The thought of leaving him on this riverbank suddenly struck me as one of the great blunders I might make in my life. "You want to become a Wyoming dog?" I asked him, thinking of how his back had felt against mine in the night, and the expression on his face when he had realized that the howls echoing from the canyon walls were his own. He gave his tail a slow, uncertain swish, having read the somewhat uneasy tenor of our discussion. Our decision was delayed momentarily as Pam and Bennett, needing to be off, began a round of hugs with us. After they had driven off, Kim climbed into the truck, as did Benj. I held the door open for Merle. "Let's go. You're a Wyoming dog now, if you want." A warm, sloppy grin spread across his face. "Me? You mean me?" "Yep, I mean you," I said gently. "Come on, let's go home." He bounded in and settled himself behind the front seats on the floor. An hour later, I turned around and said, "Hey, you guys, how you doing back there?" Kim gave a thumbs up, and Merle, who had fallen asleep, opened one eye and gave me a contented thump of his tail.